Let's make a simple picadillo for dinner tonight. And these are the ingredients I'm going to be using for this recipe. 3 garlic cloves, 2 serranos, 1 jalapeno, 1.5 small onion, 1 can of corn, 3 tomatoes, and 1.5 potato. The skillet or the pan has been preheating, so now I'm going to add the meat. This is 3 pounds and 10 ounces. The size of the skillet is a 3/4, and I'm going to fit everything in here. I didn't add any oil because this has 15% fat. So since the pan has been preheating, I'm just going to let the meat render its fat. So I let it sit there for 4 minutes before even moving it. But I do season it, so I'm going to add half a teaspoon of salt. It's time to add some pepper and also incorporate the garlic cloves. So I'm going to press all 3 garlic cloves in here. Toss it in, leave it for another 3 minutes. Add the rest of the meat. Add another half teaspoon salt. Add more pepper. We always want to go ahead and layer our flavors to make sure it's all incorporated. And then that's it. I'm going to let that sit for another 5 minutes. Toss occasionally, and you'll start seeing the color of the meat changing. I'm going to add another half teaspoon salt here. This is about 15 minutes into the cooking time. About minute 17, you're going to start seeing that the meat's going to start rendering some fat. And in this part, this is where I create like a little well in the middle. And I'm going to add the onion so that way it sautés with the meat. I'm using small onions, so it's 1.5. You can add more or less. And I'm just going to simply cover it with the meat. And I'm not going to move it, leave it there for about 3 minutes, and then come back and toss and incorporate with the meat. I'm going to create another well again. And now it's time to saute the tomatoes. Again, the tomatoes need seasoning, so I'm going to add another half teaspoon salt. And I'm going to let this here for about 3 minutes before I start adding the rest of the ingredients. This is the sliced jalapenos and serranos. Make sure that they're all mixed into the meat. And then lastly, I'm going to add the rest of the 2 ingredients, the corn. I just drained it. And then the potatoes, I'm going to use about 15 ounces. They're all small pieces, about 1/4 of an inch. That way they cook evenly. Within 15 minutes, dinner should be ready. I just added a little bit more black pepper. And then I'm just mixing everything together before I put the lid and let it cook for 15 minutes without opening. The potato should be done by then. So let's take a look. Everything smells delicious. I'm going to try 1 potato. And I use this silicone spatula because it doesn't break the potatoes when I toss them. So it's nice and soft. I'm just going to warm up some flour tortillas. Now I did make some refried beans on the side, and this is what we're having for dinner. It's time to enjoy. Remember to like, follow, and share for more of my home cooked recipes, but this is what we're having for dinner. Picadillo, refried beans. I'm going to add a little bit of sour cream. I made a little mess there because I was too lazy to get a spoon. The flour tortillas are nice and fluffy, and it's time to enjoy.